Comrades, our movement is far from over. In fact, our fight has only just begun. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. So with American pride swelling in our hearts and American courage stirring in our souls, I say these words to you. We will make America great again.
I made it clear that I'm not going to be providing any of that information. It's just not going to be advanced. And we can sit here all day and you can ask me a million questions. I will not provide that information. I'm entitled to protect my own personal interests and to protect my family interests. And I intend to do that, Chairman.
Welcome back to another episode of today's video. So today we are going to be entering in Africa, South Africa to be prescribed. So a lot has been happening in the country in South Africa so far, a lot of controversy. But for today's video, I'm going to take you for the content of what has been happening in the country so far, and also take you to the short clip of the controversy that has been happening in the parliamentary of South Africa. So today, in the heated and highly changed exchange, Julius Malema turned his attention to Paul Sullivan, raising serious questions about the suitability for a role connected to the aviation and the national security. Malema challenged the depth of Sullivan's qualification, arguing that positions tied to aviation, oversight, and security demand not only experience but verified technical expertise, regulatory knowledge, and a clear professional track record in the field. The debate goes beyond personality. At its core, it highlights a broader national issue who should be entrusted with critical sectors like aviation and security in South Africa. These are industries that directly impact public safety, economic stability, and international reputation. Malema remarks framed the discussion around accountability, transparency, and the standard requirement for leadership in sensitive institutions. For viewers, this moment represents more than political drama. It has raised important questions around the country about governance, merit-based appointment, and public trust when influential figures are placed in positions of authority. What qualifications should they possess? How are such appointments evaluated? And what mechanisms ensure that expertise rather than connection or influence determine who leads a strategy sector? As controversy unfolds, the exchange serves as a reminder that aviation and security are not symbolic rules. They are techniques, high responsibility domains where competence can have far-reaching consequences. Whether one agrees with Malema's stand or not, the conversation forces a closer look at leadership, standard, and the integrity of the appointment in a critical national institution. So guys, let's play this clip together.
I made it clear that I'm not going to be providing any of that information. It's just not going to be advanced. And we can sit here all day and you can ask me a million questions. I will not provide that information. I'm entitled to protect my own personal interests and to protect my family interests. And I intend to do that, Chairman.
He can't say to us, we can't ask him anything about things that happened before 19. What if the business you are talking about started engaging in wrongdoing before 1990 and is still doing the same thing now and want to refer back to where it started? What if there is an allegation that you are handling certain activists of the liberation movement that happened before 1990? And that's why you've got certain relationship you have with them today. So it cannot be correct, and that has got nothing to do with criminality. That has got everything to do with trying to demonstrate that you have captured criminal justice system way before even 1994. So it can't be correct, Chair, especially after taking an oath that is going to answer every question here and answer it truthfully. And therefore, we need to make it very clear as a committee that he's going to answer every question presented before him here. He's under oath. And it's not going to tell us here that we can sit here the whole day and ask him questions. He's not going to answer those questions. He's going to have to answer those questions. He has taken an oath to answer the questions. And that must be made very clear to him.
Because my passport was running short of pages, I got a second passport. So I have 2 South African passports, 1 Irish passport and 1 British passport.
No, you did an interview, I can't remember, with you in a book where you said you've got 4 passports.
Yes, I have 4 now as well.
Yeah, South Africa, Ireland, Britain, and then the 4th one?
South Africa.
So you have 2 passports of South Africa?
Yes, because when you want to go to a country, you have to have pages in your passport. If your pages run out, you can't enter a country because you need to have so many blank pages. Also, if you want to get a visa to go somewhere in your passport, you have to leave your passport at an embassy.
No, but those are passport books. Passports means passport. As
Yes,
in,
I'm talking passport. You have
the one that is full, it doesn't matter if it's full. I just wanted to know. Because when I say how many passports do you have, I mean, which many countries do you belong to?
3.
3.
Yeah,
South Africa, Britain, Ireland.
correct.
Only.
Yes.
So you have 3 passports, not 4.
Well, actual
Passports
documents,
means
I have
you're-
4. I have 2 South African passports, obviously valid.
Thank you so much, honorable members. That time.
How? You got a document that says you can't be arrested and you must be notified within 48 hours, and you got that at night, at midnight.
Okay, so
that
if
not
you,
true?
If you have a look, Chairman, this relates to Section P.
Is it true or not true?
No,
Did it
it's-
happen?
It's not true.
It never happened. You don't have such a document.
I have such
What
a, but it
time was
wasn't
that court
obtained at
convened?
midnight.
What time was that court convened? At what time did you get
It
that
was a
letter?
normal court day.
During the day.
Yes.
If I have it on record that you are lying, can you hand yourself straight to the police station?
Because you are making a mistake. Let me explain
mistake?
to you, Chairman, and I'm going to finish now because you're now accusing me of lying. So I've made it clear that every time somebody defames me, I'm going to respond. The reality of the situation is, in 2016, after repeated arrests and abuse of my constitutional rights, I launched an application in the High Court.
What time was it?
Well, normal course of business. It was an
So
urgent
this
application.
This midnight court is the story.
No.
It's not a
What-
story. Is it a story or not?
You know what? Let me try and finish, because what you're trying
It's
to
the
do,
thing is eating on
what
my
you're
tongue. Why-
trying,
okay,
no,
why are you
you're
answering
trying to,
that?
you're trying to make false and defamatory statements.
Simple. Did it happen?
The
at
reality-
night? Was there a midnight
There
court?
was a midnight.
There was. Thank you. That's what I want.
No, you're
Do
not
you know
going to get
standoff?
away with that. The reason for the midnight court was because I had been unlawfully arrested.
So there was a
dragged-
midnight court. The question that I asked was,
I had been
how do I
unlawfully
convince a judge-
arrested.
Okay, Mlungu wami.
An
Kahle, kahle,
urgent
Mlungu, kahle,
application
Mlungu.
was
Kahle, kahle,
brought.
kahle, nsizwa kithi,
An
kahle.
urgent application was
Kahle, kahle.
brought
Wait.
in the
Kahle.
urgent court in Pretoria
Can I ask this
after I
question?
had been unlawfully arrested
Wait, lo baba.
by
Kahle,
dirty
kahle,
cops
baba.
reporting to Pashlani. And they dragged me away.
I understand your anger with Pasha. The
I'm
question
not
is not
angry
that.
with you, I'm
This is
stating the
question.
truth. And what I'm not
How
going to
do you
allow
get a
is
judge,
for you.
or how do I convince a judge to give me a court hearing at midnight, 12 midnight?
It's-
I just want to learn, how do I do that? Do I need money, bribe, or what?
You
What
need
do I
to speak to.
How-
By this stage, my 8 and 9-year-old daughter was sitting comfortably in their seat across the aisle from me. And they've got their little colouring in books and they're busy colouring in, as children do. And now suddenly, I'm dragged off the plane with my 2 children. And after we get dragged off the plane, and remember, we've gone through passport control, so we've gone out of the country already, but they insist on taking us back through passport control to stamp us back into the country. And then In front of my children, they put handcuffs on me. 8-year-old and a 9-year-old daughter. And then they assault me in front of my children. Then I call my wife to come and collect the children. After I call my wife to come and collect the children, my wife came there, then they took my phone off me, and then they took the children away. My wife took the children away. Then they took me at 230 kilometers an hour to Pretoria Central Police Station. And they kept me in a rat-infested cell with excrement and sewage running across the floor. I couldn't sit down because there was no chair in the cell. There was nowhere to sit. And there's all this raw sewage on the floor. And I was kept there until the following afternoon. So it's now the 2nd of April. This is all very well documented, by the way. Extremely well documented in court papers. Because then what happened was I was moved from Pretoria Central.
These court papers you're referring to are the court papers in the application brought
Yes.
for your release.
Not at that time. So what happened was, Chairman, after this, I was moved to another police station. And then I was moved to another police station. So they kept moving me. And the last police station I was at was Kempton Park. Now, the 1st of April in 2016 was a Friday. So I ended up at Kempton Park Police Station on the Monday. And my lawyers have now come there to bring an application for bail. And I'm told that I'm being charged with a breach of Section 26B of the Citizenship Act. In that, I used my Irish passport.
Honorable James.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, please help me understand. We brought this witness before us here today to respond to allegations that has been made by all the previous witnesses, like we have seen with all our other witnesses. They came here to respond to that. Mr. Paul O'Sullivan has come here today and basically pushing his agenda of all his success stories that we have to listen to here in the entire day. Not responding to anything that was leveled against him by any of the other witnesses. We are sitting here today listening to his success stories and dancing according to his music. Until what time do we intend sitting here when he has back issues and he has to leave at 7 o'clock? Tomorrow we're never ever going to get through the statement. This is a book that he has given to us based on what he thinks we should hear. And we're not here to be sitting and listening to him all day and night for 2 days. We're here to probe the allegations that's been leveled against him. For how much longer are we going to allow this? We can't have this. I'm looking at this long index that he has given us, miscellaneous matter, taxpayers fund for Japan, all this stuff. He's sitting here, most of the stuff isn't relevant. We don't want to know about his journey in life. Gods. Thank you.
Honorable Skosana.
Yeah, at last, Chair. I just want to anchor Honorable James as well. When I raised my hand, Chair, because I remembered the 7 o'clock, so I didn't want you to close before I say this to Mr. O'Sullivan, that all what we have, this bundle which we are having here, please, tomorrow, Chair, we need to have evidence. Because there's a lot of, I don't want to put it, let me put it nicely. There's a lot of nonsensical papers on this thing. We need evidence tomorrow, Chair, not what we were traumatized last week. We can't be traumatized going forward from now, Chair. We need evidence, not gossiping, evidence. Thank you, Chair.
Mkhalaga.
Chair, I think that we might want to blame the witness, but the evidence leader is responsible for all of this. Because the evidence leader must be able to refer the witness to a relevant paragraph. And if the witness takes forever, the evidence leader who knows that I'm working within a limited time must be able to remind the witness. And she was doing that earlier on. And then now we're back to the same problem we're having here in this committee. So please, the evidence leader must lead. I mean, Mr. Paul O'Sullivan, everybody, if you are given a platform to speak lo no bolela a winter a motho wa tsena o ka ba rudu ba ti o tla do bolela. So if the evidence leader is not going to interrupt him and say no, come back here, we're here, let's proceed this way, he's just going to speak. It's like we're in a podcast now.
Please, if this is your first time watching this video, please you can hit up the subscribe button, like and share this video for more videos like this to come in the future. Peace out.